class, the purpose of this video today is for you to get an idea of the computer package that we will be using throughout the course of this semester to do our analysis, and hopefully it will serve you as you leave the class as well. So we're going to be using R and RStudio and RStudio Cloud. So R is a programming language for statistical computing and graph creation. It can perform very simple statistical analysis to very complex statistical analysis. It is open source, and because of that, it's highly adaptable. And using R costs users little to nothing. There are some add-ons to R, like RStudio, that can start to cost a little bit of money, but for the most part, R by itself is actually free. Because of all of these things, R has been catapulted to being one of the top statistical analysis software used today. So RStudio, we will be using that. It is a graphical user interface, so a GUI interface that's layered on top of R, which makes the programming of R much more user-friendly. I'm not positive what all of you have in terms of a programming background, but RStudio will make it much more accessible regardless of your background. So we will actually be using RStudio through a cloud, so the RStudio Cloud, and this is where Grand Valley has actually paid for a license for each of the students in this course to be able to use this RStudio Cloud. The cloud works like all clouds work. It's going to be a way that I can create spaces for you and projects and assignments that you can then access and use those items within the cloud. It will then prevent you from having to actually download anything onto your computer. So all of this might sound fairly overwhelming, especially if you have never used or done any programming before, but I promise that my goal is to make it very digestible and not as though you're trying to swallow huge portions of information at once. The other thing that I want to really point out, and you'll notice throughout the course of this semester, is that R actually is a programming world where there are a lot of users who are extremely helpful, and there also are a lot of resources out there to be able to use R more effectively, so people are willing to help, and people have written help things to be able to assist future users. So even though it might sound intimidating, I promise you that we're going to make it as painless as possible. So in the next few videos, I will show you how to log into the RStudio Cloud. I will also just show you some very basic aspects of RStudio, so the different window panes and where to go to save things and where to go to upload things. So very straightforward, but we're just going to take it one step at a time. All right, talk soon.